Hi everybody, it's Debbie and you're at your home, your happy place. Today I'm going to finish decorating my sitting room, focusing on the areas where we have a wet bar, sink, and a refrigerator. And the emphasis is not just on the look, but also the functionality of turning it into something that makes us feel like we're at a bed and breakfast, so that anytime that we're retired, sort of. So we have a lot of days where we really don't have to be somewhere and nobody's coming over, where we could literally get up in the morning and lounge in this space or go out onto our balcony here. And what's coming up is our anniversary. And we just felt really compelled to stay here and enjoy this beautiful home in the way that you would if you didn't have to cut the grass and dust and do all the things. So I'm intentionally working towards that. And I think once we actually do it, which will be next week or so, I think pretty soon, we'll start to understand how easy it is to utilize that space, and we'll do it more often versus going downstairs and making coffee, make it up here. So I'm going to start with one of the sweet little things that I've found at Home Goods years ago, maybe TJ Maxx, but basically the same idea. Okay, we're not big wine drinkers or champagne, but for special occasions, yes. And if I was going to go to a bed and breakfast, or if I was going to go to a nice hotel and buy the romance package where I get some chocolate covered strawberries, ooh, I need to make sure we get some of those for our staycation. I would love it to be welcomed with a chilled bottle of something. So I love it. This is the kind that you would put by a table if you were in a restaurant, or this could be by your bed. And in this case, I think we're going to put it in between here. So there it is, ready for a chilled bottle to go into. And I can just see us right now with our robes, which I'll also show at the end of this video, and our slippers. Now maybe we won't use the disposable slippers, but I'll show them to you anyway in case you're interested. And I could just see us over here enjoying that. Now you'd think maybe you need a television. I purposefully did not put a TV in here. I was trying to cut back on TVs in this house. My husband seemed to add them more and more. So there's a lot of times when I'm in here that I might want to turn on a TV. I'm so glad we didn't do it, because you could watch something on your phone or your iPad. You don't need a TV anyway. But because I don't have it here, I'm not tempted to turn it on. I'm much more tempted to have a conversation, to read, to look outside, to dream, just the things that come from inside versus outside. All right, I've already decorated this, but I'm going to go through it with you so you know what we're doing. I'm going to start at the top shelf. All right, I brought in, well, I think I'm going to have to get up. Well, let me take you up there. Okay, what I added up here, I have a platter in the back. It's got octopuses on it. I think turtles, crabs, it's melamine. And then there's a bowl. That bowl's big enough for popcorn or whatever. So, whatever snacks or whatever that we have can totally be on there. And there's a beautiful ice bucket. We have a shaker for making a mixed drink. We have a pitcher. Oh, and I have a shot glass, by the way. I have 2 margarita glasses, and oh, it looks like I took one of the glasses. I'm gonna have to put that one back. That's a juice glass. We have 2 champagne flutes in the back, and then wine glasses here. So I'm trying to have the proper items for everything. We have a microwave here, and then down here I have added a tray and paper napkins. this is, well, first of all, I love these kind of cups, period. But we buy them on our travels because most places we go do have these made. I've shown them to you before. So this is the Blue Owl from Kimswick. This is not a place that you stay at. It is a restaurant and bakery. And I heard she just retired, but the restaurant's still going on. And then this one is from the Garth Woodside Mansion. And that is a bed and breakfast in Hannibal, Missouri. So that's for our coffee. We have the coffee press that I talk about all the time here. And then my electric water heater. So this is a different one. You haven't seen this, but I had it in bedrooms, not in our kitchen. The kitchen one I have is white, but it's the same maker. And then I recently purchased this really pretty white and gold frother. And then these are 4 melamine turtle plates. So I'm trying to use all of these things as decor. You know, if I bought very utilitarian looking coffee press, it would be okay. But this just takes it, you know, this handle looks like the handle that's on my, actually it looks like the handle that's on my shower door. And then, of course, those almost look like artwork to me. Here are 2 rolled up placemats that we can use here, or we can take out to the balcony and use there. And then here is ugliness. I hate that they put all this right here. This is the first time I've been able to hide it. So yeah, we have a landline that we just keep for emergencies. We really don't use it. And so I put this plate holder here, and then this perfectly great size sign that says, "Oh, darling, let's be adventurers." And that is complete. So do we have everything we need to make coffee? Yeah, we do. We have this little pull-out here. And in it, I've got my most favorite coffee, which, well, here, let me take this out because it looks like that's going to fall. So I've got a wine opener. This is my most favorite coffee. If I put a link below, it'll be a long link because this is from the company itself. The company is out of St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm telling you what, this is the best coffee I've ever had. We've got some popcorn in there. We've got some oatmeal. And then we've got my measuring cups for my ghee and my coffee. And then these are the little, like gauze bags I use to put my coffee in. On the next shelf, I do have more shelves, but in order to get some of the taller things in, I just had to take them out. So I have a lime margarita salt for my drinks, and oh, that's my MCT oil that I put in my coffee, and this is the ghee I put in my coffee, and there's some syrup, sugar-free, hazelnut, and then there's some tequila, right? I think that's, I'm so bad, I don't drink that much, but it looks like, yeah. Okay, so there's tequila for the margaritas. Been stealing from refrigerators, so let's see what I still have in here. Oh, I have an open soda that I was drinking today. Let me pull that out. All right. So I had this stocked with water, which I've drank, but I have some onion dip, and this is actually for my headaches. I get headaches at night. So I got 2 Coronas. I've got lime juice versus the lime, and I've got Bloody Mary mix there and club soda, a little lime vodka, and then we've got from one of our favorite places to buy wine in St. Louis, Cooper's Hawk. We have 3 bottles of wine, our favorite wine here. Oh, no, I don't know if that's it. No, doesn't matter. I love all their wine. So that's what we've got in here. And then that's for headaches. Okay, that's all I've got going on there. So This area has changed quite a bit from the way I was using it before, because I didn't have anything to make coffee with up here, and I didn't have all of these beverages. I had soda and water up here. Okay, on this side, I kind of changed things up a little. Um, Decor-wise, well, we still have our mirror here. Haven't changed that out. Oh my goodness, they fixed our sink. Um, this sink made it was crazy. It's a gorgeous sink, by the way, or a gorgeous faucet again. But there was some kind of saver in it, water saver. We had the plumber come out twice trying to figure it out. It just spit water. They finally pulled this thing out, and it had an occlusion in the pipe with something the size of a pinhole for the water to come out. So I think I've shown it before, but now we get totally regular water. It was a really big ordeal to get this fixed, and I had given up. Over here, I've just taken one of my glass bowls and I filled it with some of my favorite decor shells and an iron. I would think of it more as a doorstop, but I like it there. And behind that, which I can smell from here, is one of my candles. So that's one I put back there not to see, but to smell. This is called Baltic Sea. I bought this one at TJ Maxx. It's so wonderful. Over here's I don't know how I had this set up before. I do still have hand soap here and a towel, but this is actually a dish towel here, and this is a hand towel. And then that is just little gravel in a beautiful glass that has that same green tint that you saw in my bathroom. Underneath my cabinet, I didn't put those in there like that, so somebody's been in here that wasn't me, which means it was my husband. Okay, so I have some paper towels in here, trash cans. I've got some lavender dish soap, a little Ajax, a sponge for washing dishes, and a dish drainer, so we can just wash our dishes up here and not take them downstairs. And then I have a little bit of cleaning supplies on this side, and on this side I have some chips and some pork rinds, because that's what I can eat. And we'll probably stock up a little bit more on things before we start the staycation. On top, I added more plates. So these are plastic or melamine. Beautiful. I wish they could stand, but in order for them to stand up, I'd have to take out that shelf, and I'm not going to do that. I also have my tea here. So you've seen me use it before. It is Tea Forte. I love it. There's a pot up there so we both can have the tea. And then that is just one of the I have a whole set of, I kind of call them paper mache plates. They're very delicate. I have them in shells and stuff, and I don't know. I think they were supposed to make their way up here and they didn't. So I'm still missing something right in the center, but I might end up putting some real food for the staycation there. This I keep here all the time, couple of bowls in case you want to have some cereal or oatmeal, or fruit, whatever else we bring up, a couple of luncheon or salad plates and dinner plates. And then this is a spreader, which is so pretty, in case you can't see how gorgeous that is. That is for like cheese or cream cheese or something. And then this is a beautiful Tommy Bahama wine stopper, which would be nice if those were up higher, but I know they're there. So one of the other favorite things I like when we go to a hotel, resort, or bed and breakfast is robes, because robes are way too bulky to pack and take, and there's just something about it. I mean, most people don't have time to hang out in a robe at home. You get up and you've got, either to go to work or you've got things going on, maybe you take the time on the weekend. Maybe you do it after a bath or something for a short time, but a lot of times it's just like, it's not going to happen. And so when I put on a robe, I really feel like I am taking time out for me. I'm going to relax. I don't want to rush, especially if we're in a bread and breakfast. You know, they bring you breakfast, so you do have time to linger in your robe and your nightwear. And so one of the things, you know, I've said this before, but if you're new to my channel, first of all, I used to do vacation rentals. And we had 2 homes that were 6 bedroom, 5 baths. So I had a lot of guests staying all the time, whom I wanted to treat like they felt like they were at a luxury bed and breakfast resort or whatever. And so that's when I first started buying my robes from Monarch. And this is the Cypress. I love these robes. The exterior is probably like a microfiber, I suppose. And then the interior is a super short, soft terry, I would suppose. They come in different ways. You can buy a men's or a woman's and pick out a size, or you can buy one size for unisex. And so that's what I do, because you never know who's going to show up, how big they're going to be, you know, basically. So they come with a gorgeous robe, or they come with a beautiful belt that's 2-sided difference, you know, just like the robe, the fuzzy side and the smooth side. And then there's 2 pockets on either side, and they're gorgeous. So how do they work to be one size fits all? This is how they do it. They have 2 levels of belt loops, and then 1 big spot in the back, and then they show them like if the sleeves are too long for you because of height or your, you know, size, you roll them up. So if you were shorter, you'd be putting the belt loop in the taller or the higher one, and it would hang lower on you. And then a larger person would be putting it in the lower one, and it would hang shorter on them, and maybe they don't have to cuff. And I'll just put it on real quick so you can see what it looks like. I mean, just putting it on, even though I have clothes on, feels so good. So this, I cuff mine because that's how long it is on me. And how long are they? Let me show you. Let me try to show you. See, they're quite long. So absolutely recommend these. And we will have them either folded up nicely on our chase as we start our staycation, or we'll do what we normally do and have them hanging on the hooks in our bathroom. But I definitely want to make sure that we take time to put on our robes, have our coffee, do our devotions, maybe do that outside. Nobody can even see us up there, so it doesn't even matter. Okay. So as you've seen me do for my guests, I'm going to do for myself. In this room, I'm going to add some hand-picked DVDs because there's a DVD player up there, and we may enjoy a movie in bed. I'm going to pick out some cassettes because, believe it or not, I don't know if you can buy cassettes anymore, but that has a cassette player besides a record player. So I'm going to get a collection of some just mellow music that we might enjoy listening to, some classical, a little symphony, things like that. Good reading music, or just, you know, when we're on a staycation, we're pretty off digitally. So the movie is something we treat ourselves to in the evening if we're not going out. But if we're going to be in for a while, or maybe right before bed, we might turn something on. Otherwise, it's going to be, you know, us enjoying the time. Since we're staycationing, we're going to be out at the pool. We're going to work out. We have pickleball in the neighborhood, so we'll probably be playing pickleball. We have fishing near here, so we'll be going fly fishing together. And we're going to be eating out at least once a day, if not more. Now, we talked about hiring a chef to come in. We've done that in like St. Thomas when we stayed at VRBO. There was a chef that came in one day. There was a masseuse that came in one day. So we've talked about it, but I think that right now that's not something we want to do. I think we just really want to be by ourselves because we've had so much company. I don't want anybody else in the house. And then we'll probably take the boat out. So we have these things that are just wonderful for our vacation, and we're going to treat ourselves to them. What else are we going to do in here? Definitely going to take care of some chocolate covered strawberries. They're going to end up in that refrigerator. That's one of the things that I look forward to. I'm going to get some fresh flowers and put them in as though, you know, they were here waiting for us. We will go off our diet a little bit, so I'll probably get some kind of anniversary treat. I don't know what yet. But we have this great store. I don't think it's nationwide, but it's Hy-Vee. And oh my goodness, their bakery area is astounding, the things that they make. So I think we're going to make a special trip there the day before our staycation starts. And we're going to stock up on our snacks and then some special treats for us. Well, you guys, I think that's it. I can come up with a ton of ideas on what else I want to do for my staycation, but right now I think I'm going to stop there. I would gladly love to receive your ideas on things you can do in your home, your bedroom, your bath, your kitchen, whatever, your outdoor patio, whatever it is that you can think of that would make your staycation more enjoyable. And one more thing I want to add about that is if you're not spending, you know, a minimum of $300 a night at a really nice bed and breakfast for 3 to 5 nights, imagine the money that you are saving. And if you have that money, think about incorporating that into something you've been just really dreaming about having in your patio area or something. Like, well, we just recently bought 2 chaise lounges for outside, but we got them on Prime Day or Prime Deal Day, whatever. So we didn't. It was a deal for us, but it still was significant. And if we were doing this vacation and that, I don't think we could afford that. So I always like to think, you know, okay, so I'm sacrificing here. Although to me, other than the fact that we really won't have people waiting on us, this isn't a sacrifice. I'm going to really enjoy just saying, hey, we're out of town at home. You know, leave us alone, and we're going to enjoy going out and doing all the vacation and touristy things since we live in a tourist town. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me today. I can't wait to see you next time. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing, but whatever it is, I hope you join me. Give me a like if you would. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. It's free. I really am looking forward to your comments. And if you guys have been doing staycations, how do they go? Would you do it again? This is kind of the first time we're doing it, so we'll see. Till next time, you guys, make your home your happy place. Bye.